It's showtime at Homestead, Miami.
Andre Baranowskis at the line, steals it in the Indy 250.
Line and the BACS are in trouble, and they go. Gordon to the wall, jumps right around.
Side by side on the final lap, coming to the checkered flag.
Steve Morgan, the last half, and the victory in Las Vegas.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
And hello everybody, welcome once again for the final time this weekend here at New Smyrna. We have run the duels, we have run the qualifying, now it is finally time to kick off the season and get it started here at New Smyrna tonight for the first ever official points-paying Body Armor Cup Series race, the Minute Maid 300. 2 nights have led us up to this point here. Trimmed the field from the 32 car full-time entries down to 24 cars here. Set the field here for tonight's 100-lap race. I'm joined alongside Marty Johnson, and Marty, we've made it through the duels, we made it through the qualifying. What are you looking out for tonight?
Well, this is going to be the biggest field we have seen all weekend long here in New Smyrna. 24 drivers, I believe, will be taking the green flag here. The key here in this 100-lap showdown, patience is key. It's a long race. You're going to have a pit stop as well. Whether it's green or yellow, I'm not too sure, but it should be a fun one. Low line's going to be the key place all around the racetrack today.
No, it definitely will be. It will be a fun one here. Lots of passing on that inside. Not really a high middle lane track, but sometimes, we saw a couple instances where it can work out, but we've seen some instances too, especially in duel number 1. If you get too aggressive on that high lane coming off the turn, sometimes you get hooked into one wall, inside or outside wall. But here we go, 100 laps tonight. Josh Williamson, Brandon Nelson, Justin Zidell, Alexander Rowe, your top 4. It'll be an exciting one here tonight. Alongside, let's see who else we've got going on here as the field rolls off. Full starting lineup on the left-hand side of your screen. Marty, as it comes down to who do you got tonight as the field rolls off? Who do you got tonight to win this race?
Well, Justin Zidell starting 30. He's had a good car all week long in New Smyrna. Look out for him to be the man to get the dub.
He's definitely 88 car. He's been looking strong here tonight, all weekend long. Here we go. Up through the gears for the first official points-paying race in Body Armor Cup Series. It's Williamson, it's Nelson. They lead us to the green, and let's get rolling in New Smyrna. Josh Williamson with the lead here on lap number 1, but Zidell's already cleared Nelson. He's looking all over the back of Williamson. Nelson's in 3rd, Faden, Rowe, and then it is side by side behind there, but up front it's Zidell, Williamson. Williamson's got a little bit of a gap. Zidell's trying to keep him close. Nelson, the top 3, they kind of broken away a little bit here. Zidell, the racetrack. There's a little bit of time there.
You saw as well the top 5 remain single file once we hit lap number 2, but they're side by side for 4th position. Here comes Alexander Rowe inside on that 98 of Nathan Faden. They're trying to be patient, use that low line, don't want to use up the tires early on. It's New Smyrna, it's a short track. You're definitely going to be driving it pretty. You want to drive it pretty safe. Don't drive it too hard, or else you're just going to use up more tires.
Definitely here. It's an abusive racetrack on tires. Not the fuel window. Fuel window's not something to watch out for tonight, but tires, definitely something that will play a factor here later in this race. Up front, though, single file for now. Williamson gets a little high off the corner. Gotta remember, too, it's gonna make this race interesting. You do not get points in every position you finish in the Body Armor Cup Series. Points are awarded on an F1 style basis. What that means for those sitting there watching, we have the top 10 score points. It's 25, 18, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. Zidell going to make the first lead change. Not quite there yet. So make those battles, especially down, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. And make those spots extremely important. Those extra points you can gain just by moving up a spot or two. They could come in handy. They could come in big down the road. Seidel, though, he wants the big 25 points you get for winning this race. Can't quite get to the back of Williamson yet.
Now I want to ask you, just like in F1, is there a bonus point for having the fastest lap or no? Or what are the bonus point scenarios?
There's no bonus point scenarios. There's no double points races. This is just strict points, top 20, 25, winner, and systematic spread out beyond that down to the top 10. No points from 11th on back. The man with the most points at the end of the year wins this. Seidel and Williamson, 10 laps in the books. Seidel in the Holden, Williamson in the Mitsubishi. He's trying to get there. Doesn't seem to have enough car yet. As this race wears on, tire wear becomes a factor.
You know, Seidel knows he's got a better car than Williamson, but Williamson made a mistake. He was hoping for it to happen, and here comes Seidel. Williamson on the bottom gets a little bit tight there. Up the track, but Justin takes the lead. New leader at New Smyrna.
And the 88 put him in the lead. Williamson looks like he's getting just a little tight. Maybe the front's starting to come off that car. But Seidel, he'll lead his first laps here on the night. Williamson not giving up yet, though. Still staying under the tire tracks. That 88 going to try and put it back down to the inside. Doesn't have enough there yet, but he's going to be close, coming back into 1 and 2.
He's got the run here, but here's what's happening here with the top two. Side by side, they're losing momentum, and the guy in third position, Alexander Rowe, trying to gain. Excuse me, but he's got to play some defense with Lipscomb and Nelson.
Yeah, Alexander Rowe, though, he's loving this right now. Williamson's back out front, and Seidel only led 1 lap there. Seidel's not giving up just yet. He's going to go try for the crossover. Can't get there in 3, but he's all over the back bumper, and not quite there.
He almost thought about putting the Bristol bumping run on here, but you don't want to do that. It's very early in the race to be putting a bumper to someone. If you do that early, you're not going to make any friends.
You don't want to do that early, especially, it'd be one thing 85, 90 laps into the race, but 15 laps in on the first race of the season, you don't expect it. Don't expect to get too aggressive there, but take a look through the field. Alexander Rowe in 3rd position, and then behind him, Patrick Smith, Thomas Lipscomb, 4th and 5th, or soon to be 4th for Patrick Smith. Thomas Lipscomb 5th. Brandon Nelson's kind of fallen off a little bit. Arthur Xavier's in 6th or 7th, my bad. Nathan Faden, Christian Russell, Usman Hamid, Duel 2 winner Davey Johnson, Duel 1 legend drive by Scott Upton. Crashed on lap 1 in an accident with Christopher Alphaby. Spent most of the race in the back and then took advantage of a couple of late race yellows, scooped his way back into the top 10. He made it in and happened there. Dylan Davis, Bronson Minnick, another pretty epic drive from Duel 1. Got in a pretty bad multi-car crash. Kind of got lucky. A lot of late race yellows and just timed the restarts perfectly. Christopher Alfie, Duel 1 winner. Ryan Durrani, runner-up in Duel, not the Duel. The body armor bash to Brock Nelson, who didn't make the field. Eric Monaco, Dustin Davis, who we're still not sure how on earth he made it in. His best Kyle Larson at the Roval, and somehow pulled that off in a torn-up race car and got just enough luck there from the racing gods. Dale Lightning spun out on the last lap.
Matt, I'm going to interrupt your full field rundown, but you were just mentioning about Kyle Larson. I should add he just had a quick time in the World of Outlaws race that's happening today. I saw it earlier, but I think I lost it because I opened Twitter earlier just to check it.
That's not the best place to be. Angel Rivera, though, he's in a good spot right there on the inside. Keegan Thompson, Zachary Fitzwater, not a great start here to race for him. Casey Clifton, Kelly Rhodes, I believe that rounds out the field. Yes, it does. So back up front, it's still Williamson, it's still Seidel. They've put some space on Patrick Smith, who has absolutely cleared this pack of cars. Nelson, Arthur Xavier, Christian Russell, Alexander Rowe. An interesting race so far. Not too
Absolutely.
Crazy, not too crazy on the passing, but you can pass. Arthur Xavier thought about putting the bumper there. Got just enough into the inside of Brandon Nelson. Yeah, not too crazy. Not too much race, not too much passing, but enough you can see the track's definitely coming in as the run develops. back up front. These two have swapped lead again. Seidel leads. Williamson's in.
And look who's coming as well here, Matt. Patrick Smith in the 11. I don't even think we mentioned his name yet today. Is that a Holden or a Pontiac that he's driving?
That would be the Pontiac G8, or yeah, the G8 there. He and EEL Racing have brought back. Along with the 12 car Bronson Minnick. They're going to be a fun team to watch for. One of two Pontiac teams on the grid. He's going to be loving what he sees in front of him. Williamson, Seidel, they've swapped lead a couple times. Seidel looks to have gotten the better of this one here, holding out a little longer than he did the first time. Williamson, though, not giving up. He's looked strong tonight. Patrick Smith still there. You gotta wonder, we're 30 laps down. We figure the tire run somewhere about 50 to 60 laps.
And as the tires wear out as well, I believe these drivers are going to get a little bit tight in the corners, just like we saw the 11 of Smith did. And if it's just like a full green flag run to the end, I believe the tire window, maybe fuel as well, is about 60 laps here in New Smyrna, considering how small it is. So you're probably expecting a one-step strategy. If we do get a caution, maybe have drivers come in for fresh tires, because you definitely want the fresher rubber here in New Smyrna.
As we say that, Josh Williamson, he wants that fresher air out in front of the lead. He got at the line that lap. Seidel clears Seidel again. They've swapped lead a couple times here.
Now, what happens here with Patrick Smith? Oh, Seidel commits middle, but Smith got tight too. That's going to help Williamson out, but if Smith kept that low line, he could have had a chance at getting up to the second position. But now that 25 gets tight, here comes Justin, 3 cars under a blanket.
Patrick Smith, Seidel, Williamson, all over this, and all three of these guys. So you can see they're doing their best to swap the lead out, try and take that lead when they can. But you can tell their cars are starting to get tightened up in the run. Halfway, we figure half or so way through that first run here. It's been a clean race. No, since that arboration of Duel 1, no wrecks. No
yeah, these drivers have definitely learned from Duel 1. Duel 1 was a complete wreck fest, and then Duel 2, the drivers took it much easy. We did see as well a wreck in qualifying. It was actually that man, the number 25,
yes, it was.
Pancake, the driver's side, seeing a turn from, I think it was the 9 of Eric Monaco. I'm not too sure, into the inside wall. May have been the oil of Fitzwater. But Williamson, the team was able to get the repairs going, keep it on pole. But here comes my man Justin Seidel.
Seidel looking strong here, but Patrick Smith, he wants his shot at the lead. He gets the inside of Williamson.
Not what Josh wants right now.
No, not at all.
And if I'm looking at that correctly, is that on the hood Frank's Red Hot?
Now on the hood of
the 25.
On the hood of the 25, that is Nobody Outpizzas the Hut.
Oh, okay. That's a good hood. That's a good hood slogan. I like that. Whoever made this scheme, I applaud you.
Good job there by Trey Wright in the design studio for a lot of these cars here. Usman Hamid and the Ralphin Motor Racing machine there in the 40. He's moved up to the field. Christian Russell's looked strong so far. So Davey Johnson, two dual winners right there. Alpha B Johnson, Arthur Xavier. Scott Upton's clicking his way through the field. Steady night from him. Brandon Nelson, Alexander Rowe. Dustin Davis.
Yep, Dustin Davis. I thought you were going to say Dustin Long for a moment, the NBC sports journalist.
Ryan Durrani. Thomas Lipscomb fall off. Eric Monaco, Angel Olvera. Nathan Faden, not a good night for him. Keegan Thompson, Equan Haslam. Bronson Minnick, Kelly Rhodes at 34. Casey Clifton, 97. And Dylan Davis. And Zachary Fitzwater sitting shotgun on the field right now. It'll be interesting to see. Also, too.
And wow, look at the gap that Justin's put up, by the way, because those two have been battling for second. He's put it up to about a second lead.
Seidel's definitely come alive here in the lead stage of this race. So Williamson. Just gotta wonder if the tires are just going away in that 25, and the 11s just can't seem to get to the bottom of it.
Oh yeah, I think the tires just aren't really working on the 25 right now. The 11 got a run, trying to look into turn number 3, but Williamson had a better exit off of 2, was able to play some good defense there on Patrick Smith.
Patrick Smith sizing up Williamson all the while. Well, they closed a little bit that lap. Seidel did not get as good a run that lap. Oh, here we go.
So pit stops. And if Williamson does come in, yeah, he's the first one in. This would likely be a two-stop strategy should we stay green the entire way because we're on lap number 45. So we'll just have to see. Oh, Zidell's coming in. Zidell's coming in. Now the key here with Zidell and Smith, because they're coming in a lap later than Williamson did. They're going to have the fresher tires. So the lead's going to go to the 40, I believe, of Usman Hamid.
Usman Hamid going to take his turn late in some laps. It'll be interesting though to watch with Williamson.
Now here's the advantage Williamson has here. He's going to have that horsepower on the exit way, because on the exit, he's going to be about maybe 2 laps down to the leader. When he comes out, it's going to be interesting to see where he's going to be. Will he be behind or ahead? First, second, or third is going to be the question here. And who's going to get off the jack first? Zidell's going to beat Smith here, but I don't see. Oh, there's the 25. There's Williamson. He's going to keep third, but remember, he's got the horsepower. Who's going to get the lead? Zidell keeps it.
Zidell got a big jump on that pit cycle there.
And he's got a 1 lap fresher tires than Williamson at the moment. So Williamson's got the advantage early on, but later it could go to Zidell and he could try and pull away. Now the question you got to wonder here is, Matt, lap traffic, because this is obviously, we've been green the entire way. You could have some of the stragglers in the back that the leader could catch up to, and it could slow him down, and that could help Williamson out.
Well, the other thing you have to wonder too, this is a 100-lap race. All of these drivers just made their first pit stop of the race before lap 50. So the fuel mileage, if you pit about lap 46, 45, 46, the fuel mileage for that would indicate you can go to about lap 90.
Yes, absolutely.
End of the and the yellow.
Who's that? Oh, Smith!
Patrick
Smith got it!
Oh no.
And that is going to change everything here.
That just threw a curveball on this race. Patrick Smith running in third. Absolutely nowhere to go. Christopher Alfby just sitting there. Looks like he had spun out or something. Maybe coming off the pit. What a tough way to end the night for Patrick Smith.
You hate to see it.
Started in the top 10. Was working his way up. Looked like he and him, Zidell, Williamson were in position to have a pretty good bout to the finish there, all things considered, and now they're sitting here. They're on pit road.
And, Matt, I am surprised here as well that no one came in, but then again, when you think about it, that would put them with 5 laps to go that in the race that they would have to come in, so it could have been a fuel mileage race. I don't think these drivers really do want that fuel mileage race, so I kind of like where they're standing, but we may have pit stops happening here. The 34 is going to take the risk, Casey Clifton.
We got some. This is interesting.
This is going to be a split decision here by these drivers here, Matt.
34 is a lap or 2 down at this point. Doesn't really matter per se. This is interesting. Usman Hamid pitting from 4th. Xavier Christian Russell.
Now they'll have. I want to see what they do here. This could be interesting. They could have about maybe 5 laps fresher tires than leaders Zidell and Williamson. No, they're going to top off on fuel here. Make sure they're good to go. I think with the yellow as well, because they're going to be slow. They're going to be slower a little bit here, obviously on these caution laps. It could put them to the end. So watch that closely. If whoever the highest guy is, which would be the 40 of Usman Hamid, he could be in the catbird seat. Maybe Arthur Xavier as well, if we go caution-free to the end.
This is going to be interesting. Interesting strategy calls here. You got to let... Ooh, uh-oh. Oh, no.
16, I think he just got the David Hoots penalty there.
Oh, that's a tough break for the 16. Coming back in. Is that going to be it for him tonight? I don't know if that's a pass-through.
I think it's just a stop and go. That's usual here.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, they had a flat, I think.
Must have had some tire issues, but
that will help them on the right side, though, because you use a lot of the right sides here at New Smyrna, so it could put him at an advantage as well, so we'll just have to wait and find out.
It's true. He's not a lap down, but either way.
Oh, the 9's coming in as well.
Oh, this
is that Zidell coming in? Wow. So the Beast Racing boys gonna do some strategy. They are learning, but I don't know about these drivers that are coming in a lap later. That would put Williamson as the leader, so I don't know. That's interesting. By Zidell, by Durrani, by Monaco.
And this
Can we just see what happened, please?
This is an interesting. This is going to be. We're going to get right. We'll be right back to this. First, we have to go take a look at the replay. See what happened to Christopher Alphaby here to bring out this yellow for the first caution here in the Minute Maid 300. Under caution here for the first time today, Christopher Alphaby just engine let loose on the front stretch. Now this is where it gets a little questionable here by him. You can see he's trying to get to the bottom, doesn't quite have the opening, and then the car just dies out up here. But this is where it gets all goes wrong for Patrick Smith. Fitzwater in the wall, and then Patrick Smith on the outside, just nowhere to go. Clobbers both him and
the 40. Hamid just missed it. I want to watch his on board.
Usman Hamid would just maybe brush the wall there a little bit. We'll take a look at Usman's Hamid on board. See how
Yes,
his
let's
view
do
for
it.
that. And we'll get back to the restart.
Yeah, pretty much Smith nowhere to go after he oh yeah, he just brushed Patrick Smith, but I don't even think that skinned the paint there, so it will be interesting to see what happens on this restart as drivers pit on different laps just to top off on fuel.
It will be interesting here. We'll be right back. We'll get the restart here. After the first caution of the day here. Will we see more? We don't know, but we'll be right back. Josh Williamson, Davey Johnson, your leaders here. The Minute Maid 300. So here we go. Coming to the restart. Fitzwater, I believe, is the last.
Yes, last car on the lead lap.
Or now, my bad. Yes, now the last car on the lead lap. Not a good spot for him. Not a good turn of events for Patrick Star Racing. Jerkowen Racing, though, a great turn of events for them. 25 leads. Williamson, Davey Johnson, Alexander Rowe, Angel Olvera, the man himself, Scott Upton, working his way through the field. Brandon Nelson has him. Kelly Rose, Nathan Faden, but here we go, back up through the gears. Fitzwater breaks away from the field, and behind him is the two Jerkowen Racing Mitsubishis. It's Williamson, it's Johnson. Johnson wants the lead, and he's going side by side with his teammate. One duel number 2. Now he gets down to the bottom. Can he make the pass stick? And new leader Davey Johnson here at New Smyrna. Now Alexander Rowe wants a piece of this. And they're getting all stacked up underneath Williamson. He's starting to slide back here.
Ooh, some contact there, ripping down the back straightaway, but what I was gonna say though, if you're Fitzy, you want an immediate caution, and Fitzwater's coming down Pitt Road. I don't know if he's just trying to make sure he's good to the end or not. I'm not too sure, but here comes that 8 of Rowe trying to take the lead. He's trying to think outside the bun with that Taco Bell machine.
And we got a new leader here. Rowe was the leader at the line that time. Now Olvera in the 75. Otter Island Racing coming alive here. The 55 of Johnson trying to hold off the lead there, second there.
And Williamson is falling back a ton because of the middle line. Remember, he stayed out on that last cycle. Now he finds a way to get back on the low line. So we'll be interesting to see how he can recover for this. But here comes Davey Johnson again.
Davey Johnson coming alive here late in the going. Got a little lucky.
Oh, now watch this. With 50 coming out. That's going to help out that 8.
Will it, though?
Maybe not.
Or will it? Johnson at the bottom. Alexander Rowe to the top side. Now Johnson's going to use the 08 of Fitzwater as a pick. He'll get to the bottom. Ada Rowe's going to go with him, though. Not quite, can't complete the pass. Davey Johnson back out in the point here. He won his duel, and he's looking strong here again tonight. Slides up the middle, and Rowe's going to go to the bottom. See if he can get back out front to the lead. And
here comes this Will has him in that 72, trying to get by Fitzwater and spoil the party of the top 2.
72.
Trying to add some Sonny D to the party.
72, but all of a sudden coming out of nowhere here late in the going. And behind him you got Brandon Nelson, Dustin Davis. Strong run for him. And now Brandon Nelson to the bottom. 72 has him. Johnson's in second. Alexander Rowe was the leader at the line.
Oh, wait. Oh! They're beating Bay. Here comes Nelson. Oh, it's going to be 3 wide.
No, not quite 3 wide yet. Rowe and Johnson, though.
Yellow. We got a yellow out.
Oh, I think I saw Faden in the pits. Is there another wreck?
Oh, the yellow light's on.
Oh.
Ooh, this is gonna change everything now here. I think right now, watch everyone come down pit road this time for 4 tires at the top off on field, but they gotta resort their position. Is that someone smoking? Is that? Yeah, look at this. Everyone's coming in.
This is, not everybody. The strategy games being played here tonight on the half-mile short track are intense. Brandon Nelson stays out. Christian Russell stays out. Scott Upton, both of Stuart Gratton's cars. Alexander Rowe pits at 98. I don't know what happened there. He took a shot into something. That front end of that car is destroyed.
I never even saw any smoke, so I'm thinking may have hit the inside wall, kind of like how Williamson did in qualifying, but we'll just have to see.
Don't see any tire tracks either, but the 18 of Nelson, 61 of Russell, 07 of Scott Upton, Stuart Gratton, loving this. Kelly Rhodes, Keegan Thompson, Ryan Durrani, Justin Zidell hitting late there on that last caution. May not work out too bad for him now. He's got fresh
I think he's good to go the rest of the way, but what did everyone else do? Did they do tires? Did they not do tires? That's going to be the question we have to find out here.
So Davey Johnson wins the race out of that bunch. Equan has him. Angel Olvera, Alexander Rowe, Lipscomb, Minnick, Davis, Williamson, and Dylan Davis. We've got a lot of some guys losing some time there. Usman Hamid. But let's take a moment and find out why we are under our second yellow flag of the night here at New Smyrna. We are back on. We are under yellow here after taking a look. Take a look at this ride that Nathan Faden has here off the bumper of Keegan Thompson. Oh. That car is destroyed.
Oh, I can't even hardly watch that. That is just insane that happened.
That is a huge shot there from just a small push off the front bumper of Keegan Thompson. Nathan Faden in the inside wall. I don't think we'll watch the replay again of that. That was kind of a large hit. Hope he's all right there. We're wondering why there was no, it was kind of odd. You didn't see any smoke, you didn't see any tire tracks, you just see a torn up race car on pit road, but that was a shot there that 98 took.
Oh my goodness, holy cow. I hope he's okay.
We definitely hope he's all right down there. Nathan Faden in that 98 team, but up front, we're going to get set for the restart. Brandon Nelson. He is going to lead us back to the green when we come back to racing. Probably going to be just over 30 laps to go here. It's going to be a good one. It's getting exciting. Buckle up here for the next restart when we return to New Smyrna. Here we go. We're going to come to the restart. It'll be lap 69 of 100 here. Boy, it is getting... we clocked through the first part of this race caution-free, but since then, action's picked up, the pace has slowed down. Here we go, coming to the restart. Brandon Nelson, Christian Russell, Scott Upton, Kelly Rhodes, Keegan Thompson, Ryan Durrani, Zidell, Casey Clifton, Arthur Xavier. Then you've got Davey Johnson, Equan Haslam, rounding out the top 10. Here we go. Back up through the gears. And Brandon Nelson leads us to the green. Fitzwater's all over him. Keep in mind, he's a lap down. Ooh, Fitzy.
He's trying to spoil the party here for that 18, and then if he gets by, he'll want an immediate caution and get back on the late lap. This is going to help out Christian Russell. Get to the inside. Nelson left out to dry here.
Russell, though, going for that lead. He's had a fast, he's been consistent all night, just moving his way up through the field. Both the Stuart Gratton cars stuck on the outside. Kelly Rhodes in the 54. Looking to the inside of there, trying to take that Mitsubishi back up through the field. Who's leads at the line?
The 18 says on scoring. Oh, Russell gets tight. This could help out that 54 of Rhodes here.
54, Kelly Rhodes looking to the bottom. Russell to the lead. They are side by side. Keegan Thompson starting to enter the picture here too. Zachary Fitzwater's loving every second of this though. The longer they stay out like this, the sooner he can get one of his laps back. Russell leads. Nelson in second. Rhodes, Thompson, Durrani's moving into the pick.
How about that 07 as well?
Scott Upton's hanging in there on the outside. Durrani goes to the bottom at Keegan Thompson. We go Kelly Rhodes all over the back over that 18. Let's see here. Who's going to do this one? No moves this time.
I want to ask, by the way, because my screen's a little pixely, but what is that sponsor on the rear bumper? Is that the Fear Factor logo?
On which machine are we looking at?
The 54.
That is the IM Nikon. Oh, on which part of the back bumper? On the straight back bumper?
Yeah.
That's just the IM Nikon.
Ah, okay.
Nikon
It looked like
partnership.
it really. When you think of it, it really does. Oh, hang on, James. Really.
Back up front, Brandon Nelson. He's trying to take that lead back. Christian Russell the outside. We have Nelson the lead. Rhodes in the 54, looking down at the bottom. Durrani's going to go with her.
Uh-oh. Randy the plumber.
It's Randy time. Randy the plumber loving this. Kelly Rhodes, he's looking all over the back of Russell. He takes the lead. Brandon Nelson.
Now look at that! Look at that! Nelson's put up a gap. If I am Brandon Nelson, you do not want to yellow one bit, because that will change everything.
Yeah, caution. The last thing Brandon Nelson wants. Durrani's all over the back of Rhodes. He's moved back up through the field. Durrani's had a strong showing here at the start of the season. Good times and speed at preseason Thunder. Body armor bash last week. He looked good. Christian Russell's just trying to hang on here. Casey Clifton moving up through the field. While EEL Racing hasn't had a good night tonight, American Motorsports boys, they have had a good showing here late in the race.
And how about the Otter Island team as well? They have not had a good start to New Smyrna weekend, but they're coming up.
They are. Angel Olvera moving up through the field. Laps are winding down though. Brandon Nelson's loving every second of this. He has clocked it almost at the line. It's going to be...
It'll be about 2 seconds, and he's catching up to Fitzwater. That's not what he wants. One of these boys wants a caution, the other one doesn't.
That is for sure. Nelson's got a 1.9 second lead on Durrani. That might have, without a yellow, I don't know if Durrani's fast enough. That's some major lap traffic at the line.
I don't think any of these drivers that were involved in yellows are still in the race. Obviously, Faden's retired. Smith is retired. Was the three of Alphabet? Did he retire as well? Let's look at timing.
Alphabet is out of the race. We got 3 cars out of the race. It's Faden, Smith, and Alphabet. Up front, Nelson's just pulling away here without a yellow. I don't see a way he loses this one. That's something bad happening to him.
And what position did he start from again? I think, wasn't it like inside the top 10, I think? Second, I think it was.
He did. He started outside of row number 1, did not have a good car in the early stages of the race. Kind of fell back, had to work his way back up through the field, but got a couple of quick yellows there in the middle portion of this race, and it fell his way. Durrani is closing in a little bit, but he's going to need more than a 10th a lap to catch up to Nelson. Rivera's there. He gets around Casey Clifton for 3rd position. Points battle definitely going to be important here. Let's take a look at the end of the top 10. So you got Haslam's getting points right now. Lipscomb, Upton, Dylan Davis, Arthur Xavier, Alexander Rowe. That's the top 10. So the final point position is right there in 10th, where Rowe is. Christian Russell's in 11th. Keegan Thompson's falling back on the restart. How about these two right back here? Josh Williamson and Justin Zidell before the caution cycle. The start of the caution cycle there.
They were 1 and 2.
They are now sitting. They went from leading the race and looking like they could run away with this to 15th and 16th on the field here. No points in sight for them without a miracle. Not a good night for them after the strong start they had.
It's all the so this entire pack, you know, with them being behind, because they're obviously faster than these drivers. With them going double file or single file, it's just holding them up. Not what they want right now. It's helping these drivers really pull away big time. Now, I think as well, if I recall correctly, everyone should be good to go on fuel and tires. That is a gimme right there. And oh wow, you know what? Fitzwater actually got by Nelson.
Fitzwater back by Nelson. I want
to look at the gap here. This could get interesting.
Ooh, it's down 2 tenths. Angel Olvera's coming. Angel Oliveira's gotten by Durrani. I don't know if he's going to have enough time. He's going to need more than 2/10 a lap to get there. He's only got 10 laps to go here at the line.
I don't think it's going to be enough for him. He's going to really need a caution to help him out here.
He got another 10th and a half.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough. But he's trying, though. I don't blame him for trying.
Nelson's going side by side with Fitzwater. He wants. Ooh.
That gap got to go down. Oh, the side by side. Remember, that's momentum right there. Keep in mind that. And you got to think as well here, Matt. How will the tires hold up if they're on older tires?
Well, this is
it could be going tight. Oliveira, I think, has fresher tires than Nelson.
7/10 is the gap. Now, with all things said, Oliveira still has to get around Fitzwater, but
he wants Fitzwater to get by Nelson. If that does, the race has changed big time, and it will definitely help out Oliveira.
Yeah, Oliveira is there. All he's going to have to do is get around Fitzwater, and Fitzwater, keep in mind, Fitzwater made a late pit stop there on one of the caution cycles. Oh, he's going to go to the inside of Nelson.
Now here's the deal now. I think this is 6 laps to go. A yellow would end the race here. Yes, it would. But here we go. Oliveira's coming. This is going to change like Kevin Harvick in the Cup race at Charlotte on Wednesday. Oh, he got tight. He went for it. But he's there.
Oliveira's on the inside. Can he make it stick? Slides up.
He's got it. This is his race to lose now.
Angel Oliveira think it's the fresher tires. And he's just powered through the field late. Nelson's not done.
He got tight. It's not over.
Nelson is not done. Nelson's all over the back of Oliveira. They are going to be neck and neck here, probably into 3. Nelson, he's going to look down to the bottom.
Had the better exit off of turn 2. Nelson kept it on the bottom. Should have followed Oliveira's line. I think he's just trying to be patient. But, man, Oliveira, he would love to see a yellow coming out right now.
Angel Oliveira would nothing more than a yellow flag right now. Nelson, he needs... Oh,
he's coming in! He's out of gas!
He is out of gas. What a heartbreaker for Brandon Nelson. I think Angel Oliveira's good.
Oliveira should be good. He should be good.
Oliveira coming there. I think he's good at this point. Durrani, is that...
Oh, the 3 forward issues!
No, they're out of gas.
They are out of gas. Holy cow!
Stood out too long. The 34, the 18 just did not work the strategy, but up front, Angel Oliveira, he did work the strategy. He played it out his hand perfectly, and he is going to score the victory in the Minute Maid 300. First ever win in the Body Armor Cup Series goes to Otter Island Racing in the first points-paying event. Good job by that team. Durrani.
That team really deserves it after what they started off during this weekend. Only one car making it, Noonan not making it in, Oliveira made it in. They had a tough qualifying run, but the race just played out perfect to them in strategy. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to Benny. I think he's running around his house right now, and I think he wants that race-winning diecast badly.
That was a strong run there late in the going by Angel Oliveira. Started deep in the field, too. I think he started somewhere outside of the top 15. I'm pretty sure of that. That was a strong drive by them. Got up there late and was just able to, make that pass stick. I don't think even if Brandon Nelson hadn't run out of gas there, I don't believe he would have had anything to worry about. He looked like he just had that much stronger car there late in the going. Ryan Durrani finished his P2 though. A great Florida Speed Weeks for him continues. 2nd in the Bash, 2nd in the season opener. Gotta figure he's got to be loving Trey Wright's got to be loving the speed they show. Won a victory, but points are always good. Alexander Rowe in 3rd. Equan Haslam, Thomas Lipscomb, Dylan Wilson, Josh Williamson was able to salvage some points out of his night. So even though it wasn't quite the night he was hoping for, the way it was starting in the beginning, did still get some points out of that. Dustin Davis, Davey Johnson, and Bronson Minnick round out the points-paying spots. Justin Zidell, not really the way they wanted that to end there, especially after the way they were looking earlier. Arthur Xavier lost his points there. Christian Russell, Usman Hammond, Keegan Thompson, Kelly Rhodes, Brandon Nelson, Scott Upton, Eric Monaco, Casey Clifton, Fitzwater, and then Faden after that huge shot. can confirm he is all right. Patrick Smith, Christopher Alphaby. Well, what a race we had here. First ever race in the Body Armor Cup Series. It's a points-paying event finished. What was your, taken away from tonight? What was your biggest takeaways here from tonight?
All right. I want you this part first up because I'm about to tell you this. You won't believe it.
What?
Security from, I think it's the Seneca Park Zoo, has said animals have gotten loose, possibly a lion.
I'm done.
I'm done too. Okay, anyway, back to it. So what were you asking me?
So yeah, after, first race down here in the books, what was your biggest takeaways here from tonight, this showing that we saw here to start the season?
Yeah, the biggest takeaway for me probably has to be the pit strategy, obviously. It really was a huge factor, especially after the first cycle when we started seeing the first yellow and then drivers paying on various laps. And fuel mileage was a factor, apparently, for, I think if I'm doing my math correctly, about 6 drivers, rather, so that's a tough break for them. But congratulations to Angel Rivera and Benny Watson.
A strong showing from them. Tough weekend to start, but they turned it around and they made the best out of their situation, and they are going to head into Daytona Road Course with the points lead. It's always a good thing to have there, especially when you're going into a new interesting race like Daytona, where passing is always going to be at a premium. You have to make track position work there, but that'll be where we are. Next Saturday, I believe 12 noon Eastern, we will be on the high banks and the road course of Daytona, and then the next day, Daytona 500 pole qualifying, and of course the big Daytona 500 Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern that following Wednesday. But it should be a good one. But congratulations, Angel Olvera, Otter Island Motorsports, Benny Watson securing the first ever Body Armor Cup Series victory here tonight. On behalf of Marty Johnson, I'm Matt Tuck, and we thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will see you guys later.
Cloud Light Production.